Hi there, I'm Eric Christensen. I'm sitting here with Michael Neelsen, the director of Last Day at Lambeau, a documentary about the split between the Packers and their all-star quarterback Brett Favre back in 2008. You started filming this actually before Brett Favre even retired.
Yes. Well, before he retired officially from the Vikings, yeah. We started filming the week leading up to his final game at Lambeau Field as a Viking in October 24th, 2010. But the story for the film begins actually with that interception he threw in 2007 in the title game, and goes through to that game I just mentioned. So it's kind of 2.5 to 3 years of events that constructs the narrative of the film.
And so the theme of the film isn't necessarily about the event itself. It's more about, you kind of push it a little further, being like the fans' relationship to their heroes. We
all have our heroes, or we have at some point in our lives, people we look up to that we don't know, people in the public eye. And this film, for me, is mostly, the core of it is about that relationship, that strange relationship. We feel we kind of get to know people that we don't know, and we start to care about what happens in their lives. And it's not necessarily a good or a bad thing, it just is. And so it's interesting for me to explore that through the framework of Favre and the Packers, because that's one of the best stories I've ever lived through that kind of examines that. So we've had a handful of people that just won't be pleased no matter what we show, because if you're either extremely on Favre's side or extremely on the Packers side, any piece of information I throw at you that's from the opposite viewpoint, you're going to reject.
People are already stuck in their opinion.
Exactly. But if you have a somewhat more middle road view on it, where you're willing to accept the imperfections of everybody and the humanity of the situation, that nobody was perfect, I think it's as honest a film as I could make about it. I won't say that it's objective 100% because I made it. It did come from me, but it's from what I could tell, it was the most honest perspective that I could give based on the facts that I know.
There had been a message delivered, and that's a huge thing in the NFL. The message was, we're moving on. And to reverse course in June, I think would have gone against everything that Ted Thompson and Mike McCarthy believe in, about building a team, about not having it be about one person.
I think the first time I realized, okay, this is not going to end well is when Bus Cook sent the letter asking for Favre's release. This was going to put the Packers in a hell of a spot. This was going to put the fans in a hell of a spot.
Two Milwaukee brothers are the brainchild behind this Brett Favre rally. They launched this website, bringbackbrettfavre.com, last night, just a day after reports surfaced. Brett Favre asked the Packers for his unconditional release.
We don't think that the behavior of discarding someone who's worked so hard for an organization to be so quick to be tossed aside is an okay way to behave. We knew about online petitions and how to do them well, and people just started signing it. At the end of the day, it was over 20,000 signatures and comments, and it stacked to really quite high.
Thank you so much for doing this. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
If you want to see Last Day at Lambeau, it'll be screening at the Green Bay Film Festival at the Madison Hotel in the Ballroom at 7 p.m. on Saturday. Thank you so much again for being here.
Thank you so much.